to this. It's going to be NIP on the CT side and Mirage Complexity on the T side. poizon's going to have a smoke and a Molotov. blameF with a flash and a smoke alongside the solo P250. The rest of the team with Kevlar as they head their way in towards the A-bomb site. Lekra is going to be holding on as they cross in front of him. It's Rush making his way forward with the bomb. Config looking to run him down, but it's going to be an easy kill for Complexity. Starting things off well. They've got the pistol, they've got the sight. We'll see if NIP can get their way back in.
The fact that they have two players push up to his jungle is going to be a problem for this retake. You have Obo just floating around, just baiting for a config. Config hasn't shown himself yet. Plopski can't win the duel, and Obo's looking for more. Finds Rez in midair, and he's just doing the work all by himself. Double kill for him. Perhaps looking for more, and Twist realizes he doesn't want to give away his kit here. This one's done. Bomb planted, Complexity with a very clinical take, and the retake fell apart before they could even get started.
Oh, well, Obo turning around, finding a headshot, and there we go. Three from Obo in the pistol. An easy pick up here from Complexity. NIP saving just Twist over into the next round. It's going to be the smoke and the kit on his back. But Complexity, that's the start they would be looking for. Just very simple, clean little execution towards the A-bomb side. Two smokes blooming up. Config just running down the jungle player. Great stuff. Complexity on the board.
Yeah, and they need to start. They are right now placed 7th in Group A out of 8 teams, and that's definitely not something they'd be very happy with. That being said, their matchups have been pretty close, right? They have played 4 so far. They lost 2-1 to Astralis, they lost 2-1 to Vitality, 2-1 to Heretics, and they did have their one win a couple of days back against Ents. Apart from that, it's been looking pretty grim, but they still have a few number of games remaining to be played, so they should be feeling pretty confident here. And their map pick, of course, being Mirage, followed by Vertigo, the map pick from the Ninjas in Pyjamas. And if we do go down to it, it is going to be Train to decide things. And I don't know about you, Dinka, but this one, I have a feeling this one's going to be something to remember, a matchup to remember.
Yeah, it should be. Everything is shaping up to show that way. Complexity. All the players over in Europe at the minute. They've been here for months. That is definitely something you have to think about for this team, especially a young player like Obo. Out here in Europe, getting it down Complexity, making the sacrifices needed. It's going to be Knock taking the first kill towards Config. Rez on the Deagle as well, and Obo is going to get a double. He is showing up so far here on Mirage. Twist and Knock left into a 2v3. Knock's going to get another kill. He started things off well. Now here's a Galil making his way back in towards the site. Obo is very low as well, so one bullet would be enough, but they're playing this one well. Together, just holding off the peak. Eventually, Obo will cross to the site and safely get it planted. poizon up inside of the apartments. Knock looking for his way back in. He hasn't got a kit, so that's the biggest issue here for him. He's looking up. It's going to be poizon that takes him down. Complexity will get 2-0, but NIP make that one expensive.
I mean, they're very expensive indeed, but it was a force buy, so money not ideal. They should be going for another eco here. Might be seeing a few Deagles being purchased. We do have some very famous names in this lineup, especially very, very proficient with the big hand cannon. Knock, Rez, Lekra, Plopski, Twist. What a run they've had so far in Road to Rio. But Complexity, Obo off to a great start. Although second round, couple of eco kills, but it does his job. We do see a fast play coming up towards mid. Macton leading the charge. That is going to be blameF. To go on a fact-finding mission, figure out where a potential stack might be happening, where it is towards B. There are 3 players towards the B bomb side. 1 player all by his lonesome. It's Lekra with the Deagle, all by his lonesome on A. And it does have backup in the form of Twist, but a little far away, just floating towards jungle, looking for any potential lure coming in from Config.
Lekra is going to catch Config, looking the wrong way, and usually Lekra is world class with this Deagle. That's a little unorthodox to see. Well, Twist is going to step back. And there it is. Headshot with the USP. Now a Mac 10 in his hands. Complexity. Going to be heading to 3-0, but could have been a potential spiral out of control there from Lekra if he'd be able to land that shot in towards Connector. Who knows what he could do from that spot. Rez spotting Config, looking for the kill, and actually, it's not going to get much done. There we go. The rest of the kills coming for Complexity, 3-0.
Much cleaner round coming out from Complexity there, keeping all the 4 rifles alive. Just a Mac 10 on the hands of blameF for lost. So we'll be seeing the upgrade coming in. AK dropped over to blameF will rush, will buy for himself. The dual up setup coming up very early for NIP. Twist and Knock. Going to be wielding the dual zoom bangers. Of course, this means that The utility buy is not the best for NIP. Lekr with a smoke and nade. The rest of them, Rez, Twist, and Plopski looking pretty healthy. The lack of head armor shouldn't really present a problem, but depending on the duels, it could get a little tricky. You know, you do have the Galil in the hands of Config, which will immediately be swapped over to pick up the AK-47 off the cold dead hands of blameF. So an early opening kill going to wave NIP here on the first buy round.
nawwk is just waiting for his prey to come in towards his crossout. Config is going to be hopping in below the window via the bench. Just making sure that he doesn't make a mistake here. Doesn't want to be caught off by this smoke. Could be a player in behind it. So Config just biding his time, limiting the mistakes. The rest of his team starting to gather over towards A. The bomb's coming over here. You've got Rush up inside of Palace. Now, Rush was a very exciting player to watch for complexity on this map, especially on the CT side. Got to keep an eye on his A ramp progression. It's going to be fun to look at. Well, for complexity this time, we're going to be going through the ramp. It's Rush who falls in Palace straight away. Lekr with one kill. Smoke will deploy on top of the Molotov. Miss shot from Twist. That is a big miss. And while they're going to start pushing forward on towards the site, Obo held back by the Molotov, and that actually splinters the group. Now Poizon is on his own, having to try and do something here, but Config striking Spawn nearly turns back and finds a second. That would have been absolutely huge for complexity, but Obo finds an important kill. Poizon does a good job of actually staying alive on the other end of that Molotov, and now they can move together. A 2v3, Rez up on top of the stairs. It's going to be Plopski and Rez who find the last two kills, and NIP will win the first gun round.
Lovely stuff there. I love what Lekr did when he was just playing with Sandwich. He gets the first frag, and he was down to, I think, like below 20 HP, and immediately takes out a smoke to extinguish the Molotov. He read that right, and of course, staying alive there for as long as he could, enabling the rest of his teammates to rotate over towards A. And in the end, a very clean mop-up. They keep 3 alive. Well, he's still not ideal. It's still very early days. They need to string a couple of rounds together here a little bit more convincingly, not losing too many players. If they win this, it's going to be great. And it is a very, very, very sparse buy coming up from complexity, but a fast pace being set indeed. Three AKs, the Galil and blameF, and Rush with the Desert Eagle. And look at how fast this is. Config already inside a ladder room. And NIP, just a 2 players towards the B bombs. And Plopski's got a lot of work to do. He's got to find 1, 2, does a little bit more damage. Sprays whatever bullets he has remaining and picks up the AK-47. He needs to stay alive, but Config charges in to the B bomb site. But nawwk is pushed in with the op. That is ballsy. Now, he's unaware where the second player is towards apartments, and blameF holding the line. nawwk, is he going to be expecting this? No, he's not. blameF finds the kill. Should be upgrading to the AWP, while Config does his best to keep the CT at bay. And Lekr, caught out with the Molotov, finds his head punched in by Config, and it's all on Twist in a stalemate here in a 1v2.
Oh, nice shot from Twist. He's going to catch Config at the back of the bench. He's going to look for a little bit more. Just blameF now alone, and Twist, he gets another opportunity, but he'll fall back. Missing the shot. That allows blameF to get the digits punched in. Now he can head his way back in behind the bench. Twist is holding on from short. He did fake the reposition. Now if he just plays the time, he's going to make sure that blameF's thinking about all the possibilities. He goes towards the market area, and Twist is going to be making his way back in through short. Now, blameF's position is definitely solid. He has a lot of cover. Twist using that utility is going to give away. He's coming this way, and blameF is going to miss the shot. Twist is going to tap. He's going to stick the bomb. The scope is on, and blameF has lost this round. It's going to be NIP. A huge clutch from Twist.
Huge clutch from Twist, I'm sorry, but the blameF missing a couple of very crucial shots. He actually played it very, very well. The first one, he had his crosses trained towards short, misses that, and then gets a bomb down, has a free kill as Twist crosses on over to the B bomb side. Unfortunately, whiffing both the kills. A very close round, which NIP do take, but again, Dinko, they do lose 4 players. That means the money is still not looking that great right now in complexity. I'm a little surprised they didn't really go for the force here. They could potentially just try and break the economy, because if you look at the cash, there's nothing. There's nothing for complexity, for NIP to really work with if they lose this one. But they're gonna keep the dual op setup in play. blameF with the op. There's no one else with any Kevlar. Take advantage of it. Flashbang. Barrage of nades gonna force him back. They did seem like they were looking to just get an opening pick towards A and then probably just try to rush into the site and try and get the bomb done at the very least. But that's not going to be happening. Rush left alone towards Palace with a P250. Hoping one of the CTs feels a little aggressive, but I don't see Nip really pushing up here. They have the weaponry advantage. They know they can't afford to lose too many players here, and they know Complexity's money is not that great at the moment, so they're going to play this one much more safer.
Oh, Raz is going to take a little bit of damage on boy. Config's up inside of the connector already. 37 seconds in play. Now Raz sits back inside of jungle. Oboe, along with Config inside of here. The flash is going to go through it. Peek coming through off the back of it. Now Raz repositions to the bottom of the stairs. Going to catch Config. Now a swing from Oboe. Nice shot coming in. He'll be his way up towards jungle. Lekro's waiting from under the wood. That's 2 kills coming in from Lekro. blameF looking for the pickup. It's going to be a good shot towards the back of the side. That's Twist gone. It's going to be a round that Complexity will forget about, because the round will go in favor of NIP, who have been pretty consistent in winning these gun rounds now. It's been a pretty solid system. Just individuals popping off. Complexity have been somewhat suffocated, not really getting too much done.
They haven't, but now the buy will be coming in. The op saved 2 rounds in a row, and now it's going to be dropped in the very capable hands of Mr. Poizon. Got a very good spot for mid as well. For NIP, despite winning 3 back-to-back, rebuying that utility always makes it hard, and ooh, that was very close. I thought Poizon at least probably get attacked there, and somehow a few shots getting rattled off, but no real damage being dealt out. You know, a few by 20 HP, 25 HP being lost by a couple of players on both sides, but that's about it after the initial duels. Complexity getting control of top and mid. They're playing this slow, but one thing I like what NIP are doing at the moment is aggression coming in from Plopski. He's walked up all the way to its apartments. He might be aggressing more, but gets spotted by Oboe. You know, Plopski trapped in the corner. Then Malta's going to force him back out, but he still has some space to stand towards. He has backman to form his teammates as well, and instead he's just going to make his escape. Nawwk helping his teammate out, plucking Oboe's head clean off his shoulders, and with that, again, an early man advantage for the ninjas. As for Complexity, slowly are wrapping towards the A-bomb side. 3 players coming up from Connector, and they do have the lurk in the form of Rush. I say that, but Twist just takes him down early on, and one by one they start to fall, but Poizon finally replies back.
Well, Plopski taking a good kill. That's Config gone. Now it's only blameF on his own. Again, he just seems to be always in these unwinnable positions, unfortunately for him. He's going to pick up that bomb and make his way into the site, but Twist is ready. He will take him down. blameF gone. 4-3. NIP continue on the merry road. Just victory after victory in the rounds. Twist was missing a few shots early on in the game, but certainly not anymore. 6-4. Very comfortable showing from him. And the double up setup will continue for NIP. And that's something that NIP in the past would always struggle with, right? Is thinking about who's going to op on the team. And often they would find it very difficult to find a solid opera to stay within the team that works. Now with this version of NIP, they've got 2 excellent operas, and they have that double op setup potential.
Yeah, it is. I'm still not used to it. I'm still not used to calling this team NIP and realizing no one from the original 5 are still there.
Yeah.
Anymore, of course, they're on the side of Dignitas. And I do agree with you, the fact that they have so many opportunities. Oboe's aware where Lekro is. He wants to push in, but can he win the duel? No, he can't. Lekro doing his best to stay alive, and he will fall the conflict finally, but Rez, he answers back in style. USB taking the duels with the Deagle, but Plopski is going to steal those 2 frags away. A nice hold, all things considered, just to 1 casualty, and slowly but surely, the economy starts to slowly grow here for the ninjas in Pyjamas. And for Complexity, apart from the first 3 rounds they've won, they really haven't had much success so far.
Now, the kind of looks a little bit lost here on Mirage. It's a little bit scary for them. They have got the AKs back in play, utility available. NIP continuing down the road of the double up setup. Everyone else with plenty of utility, everything they could possibly want, and that money starting to build as well. So we'll see what Complexity decide to do. They're going to send 2 players out towards top middle. blameF tasked with holding in towards underpass. And off towards the palace area. Just the 1 player. It's Rush. He's been tasked with palace a lot. Just that solo player just hanging around in there. Nawwk is getting boosted up over towards B. He's going to be going for a deeper pick with the AWP in towards the apartments, looking for that opening. Nearly
They've been doing this
catches
time
out.
and time again. Yeah, and it's really worked out for them. You know, having control of these apartments early on allows the rest of the team to play a little bit more passively, especially towards mid or towards the A-bomb site. Knock. Crosshair trained. Rez finds blameF in the meantime. Flash gonna pop and Knock. Ooh, the timing actually works in his favor. He's gonna move away and find himself in safety. But Obo, once again leading the charge. He spots out Plopski, takes them from behind. It's gonna come down to Knock here. Finds one. Scoped in. Up close. Finds another one. He's doing his best to stay alive. With knows where the third one is as well. No Scope doesn't quite make contact though. And Rez will find the kill. But it's now to 1v1. Bomb dropped on the side. He's got time to get the bomb down. As Twist is quite a distance away. Not making much noise here. It's Config. Veteran on the side, waits patiently, takes the fight, does a bit of damage. Bob's Twist running out, and Config's gonna clutch it out. And finally, streak of NIP comes to an end. 5 rounds in a row as Complexity will get one back. The first buy round, if I'm not mistaken, and that's going to be 5-4.
Yeah, big clutch coming in from Config. There was never really a doubt there. Here they seem so confident in winning that. And Complexity fight their way on the B-bomb site. Important kills coming back and forth, and Complexity onto the board. And another round win. NIP, Lecker on the Deagle. We talk about his potential Deagle skills. Did have a few shots earlier, but this guy is certainly no slouch on the weapon. So it's good enough. This buy from NIP means a lot if they lose this one. If Complexity manage to pick up another, then that's when the money goes into the bin for NIP. Complexity then probably take the lead. So we have a very scrappy game on our hands early on here on Mirage.
Exiting once more. Taking a sweet time. They really haven't faced much resistance from NIP towards this mid area. Whereas though, splashing up through the smoke, ensuring no one has been boosted up, no one can be lurking around. The smoke dissipates, and he might just peek on out wide. And might realize there's no one towards mid area. Rush waiting patiently towards Palace. Electro to potentially make a move. Complexity taking mid, then falling back towards A, leaving blameF. Coming for the late flank towards Connector. Or at least cut off the rotation, and Rez should be careful. Rez is wary. Can't spot anyone out, and is slowly going to be backing away towards the A bomb site. Where it is going to be 3 players coming out from Slope, and then of course Rush from Palace.
Well, there's a kill. Twist taking Config away. Man advantage picked up for NIP, but Complexity look to try and answer quickly in towards the A-bomb site. It's going to be a lot of pressure, but the T side are finding kills. It's Plopski and Knock. Now into a 2v3. Flashbang is perfect, gets Knock off the angle. And while Plopski going to try and involve himself via CT, but there's the kill from blameF, catching off Knock, trying to descend from short, and now Plopski with it all to do. He spotted the slight head up here on top of triple, but that pulls him into the open, and Poizon will take him down. 5 on the board for Complexity. They win that round pretty convincingly. It does leave NIP in the bin with their money, so Complexity likely to take the lead here. They should be doing it with no real challenges coming their way. So NIP, eco coming through, Complexity, easy time for things.
Indeed, and for Nip, like you mentioned, it is going to be a full eco. Don't see them really purchasing anything whatsoever. For Complexity, map pick. They really want this win. All the losses have also been very close, and they have been facing off against the likes of Vitality, Astralis, Heretics, who've been surprising a lot of people as well. So it's not like they're losing to bad opposition. Well, I really can't say that any of the opposition is really bad in the EU Road to Rio.
Okay,
Knock. Okay.
Sneaky
For a
beaky
moment
like.
there, I think he was trying to channel it in a JW. Twist catches Poizon. A bit of damage being dealt by his USPs.
Well, Knock is trying to spam away, trying to drop down Oppo. That would have been a perfect chance for him, but Lecro now into the 1v3. He's going to be stopped, and Obo lightning fast again. Headshot coming through, and Complexity, yeah, they lose 2 players, but they win the round nonetheless. Now NIP, back to a buy. Few weaknesses immediately presented. The utility isn't as great as they would have liked, but it's still good enough. Plopski on a finesse. That does sacrifice, you sacrifice the M4 to get the extra utility. NIP certainly will be needing it.
They will, and the glass cannon Twist means he has no utility. He is pretty much naked. I'm going to be taking the fight with it off. They really want to keep these ops in play. And look at the pace being set by Config. He's not aware there's a player pushed up mid though, and that is Rez. He's finding there's no one else towards mid, but Config is aware. He is so aware. Catches Rez. And with that, then mid is completely taken over by the T, so Complexity come barreling out towards B, where there are actually two players ready and lying in wait. It's going to be Plopski, he's going to strike first, finds one onto Oboe. And now another player in the B bomb side. They are unaware of nawwk's position. He could play Sportsport here.
Oh, well, nawwk still inside of the site. Finally giving away his position. Wins the fight against blameF. Poizon will take him down, though. And we're into a 2v2. Plopski just hiding, biding his time, back inside of short. Twist is going to be making his way forward, but Plopski is going to fall to Poizon. Now it's all under Twist again. Another 1v2 for him to try and attempt. But Poizon is just so quick in this round. He is flawless, and it's 3 picked up for him. 7-5 Complexity. Back to winning ways a little bit more convincingly now. Winning a gun round as well. NIP invested everything they could into that one. And there were certainly weaknesses. Twist on the glass cannon. Almost would have been on the side of saving there if I was Twist in that 1v2. But NIP... he will lose the round. Complexity feeling comfortable now.
That got a little too scary for Complexity. They did once Rush got a 2 kills towards mid. Complexity just funneling out from B was a little curious for me, because you know you have the mid control. There's no one there, yeah, and you had so much time to work with. You could have probably taken it a little bit more slower, and that got very scary. It was a 5v3 advantage for Complexity. In the end, only 2 left standing. But money's not much of a problem, at least for Rush. Might not be getting that many kills, but he's definitely flush with money. And as you mentioned, they have managed to string a few more rounds together here. NIP on the Deagles, couple of smokes. That's all they have right now. Complexity should have been very comfortable at round number 8 here in the bag. It is a map pick after all. They would be looking to take this, because the next one is going to be at Vertigo. Map where NIP have looked very solid indeed, especially with Russia, with the threat at the helm of the team. And here comes the play towards the A bomb site. Being very methodical. Twist alone, USB in hand. This is going to require a Herculean effort from him to make something work as Rez pushes in. And Config is aware of where he is. Config catches him out. And Twist somehow still alive. I don't know how he's doing this, but Rush will find to put him out of his misery.
Yeah, Rush another headshot as well. It's only Plopski now, 1v4. Back inside of spawn. Bomb will come through. Complexity looking for their 8th round. And they've won the half already. Just by the minimum of 1. But Complexity will be looking for a little bit more than those that they've already got. Well, there goes Plopski forward. Poizon catches him off. And now it's going to be the buy from NIP.
Yeah, indeed. I think they'd be fancying at least 9.
Yep.
If not 10 rounds here with Complexity. And Config's having a game and a half. 19 frags already for the man from Denmark. In 13 rounds, he has definitely been very, very impactful. And most of the kills was him just going up towards mid and winning those duels individually. The real cool stuff coming out from him. Poizon and Oboe as well. Oboe, especially in the beginning few rounds, being really instrumental, especially the pistol round. And blameF and Rush haven't really had to do much so far, to be very honest. As we do see the buy coming in. Again, the dual op setup in play for NIP, Lecro, and Twist. And here comes the hit. Perfect flashbang, but Rush able to just find one as Twist replies back. And now it's a man advantage, 2-man advantage for the NIP side. As blameF and Config try to make something work here.
Config stuck up in Tetris. He's completely flash knitted as well. He'll get himself alive back into his ramp. Now relying on blameF to try and make a play. He whips the spray a little bit prolonged up towards short, but manages to take the head off nawwk anyway. He gets traded immediately by Rez. So now Config stuck inside of ramp versus 3. NIP are going to have no issues in winning this, surely.
You say that, but we're talking about Config, because right now we're channeling his inner raid boss by the looks of things. But yeah, I do agree with you. As long as NIP play this one standard, it should work out. Oof, Twist, they're very unlucky. He will stay alive. We can see Plopski slowly inching out. But, okay, Config just taps his head off. 40 seconds. This is winnable. Twist should be careful. If he peeks on out, Deagle to try and fake out a reaction. Rez might just go for the double peek, get spotted out. And Twist, though, smart movement from him. 2 HP, but he manages to get the kill. And it looked a little scary there for a moment, but Ninjas and Pyjamas to get to round number 6.
So far, so good, Black, for a delivery. You know, we had a really super one-sided game earlier on today in the CIS region. We always knew this one should deliver, and so far, it is living up to it.
It's crazy how many good games we have in the EU Road to Rio. So many good games. We have Fnatic playing right now. I think we have an Astralis game as well. Fnatic and Vitality, then Astralis and I forget who it was. Another game taking place, I do believe that's over towards on the B stream. And this is a C stream game, and even this is a banger. NIP complexity as Plopski pushes up, MP9 in hand. This close quarters, this could be quite deadly indeed.
Rez, with so much control, they're just going to be feeling very comfortable about this. So he's just waiting for the info. As soon as Plopski calls, the complexity are going to be coming in towards B. He can start the attack from in behind. Now Plopski just needs at least one here, but he's going to let them jump out the window, and it's going to be nawwk who gets one, but they don't expect Plopski to be here. It's the Executioner waiting for his time to take Rush's head off, and well, he might just miss his opportunity, so he goes for the kill. His teammate on the flank as well. This is well played from NIP.
It's not just about him getting that one kill. The fact that he stood...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's NIP versus Complexity here at ESL 1, Road to Rio. We're right into the second half, and it's going to be a quick play from NIP straight in towards the A bomb site. Very similar as to what Complexity brought to the table in the first half.
Pretty much the same thing. The only difference being they haven't found the opening kill, because Complexity, I do believe, is Russian that A bomb site opting to fall on back. He's the player with the kit. They have a lot of utility though. A couple of nades, flash, and a smoke. And 4 CTs from CT spawn, and I do believe Rez can hear this as they do push on up. They have another flank coming in from Connector. Let's see if this works out though. Zoba's going to open it up once again. The hero of the pistol round previously is Rez, catches the lurk on Poizon. They have the flash, the couple of nades, they still have the smoke. They can make this work potentially, and it's going to be Rush sticking it while his teammates try and defend the diffuser, but Twist finds him in the smoke. There's no one left alive. It's blameF and Obo, and the bomb ticking away. No time remaining. Beautifully played by NIP, and they're going to take round number 8.
Well, there we go. NIP winning the pistol. An important one if they wanted to even things up. And that's exactly what they do. Rez taking the impact player for round number 16. And now Complexity coming back into it with the Deagle force buy. NIP going for a tactical timeout, though. Straight away into the second half.
Interesting. They do, it has been a little back and forth. Bear in mind, Complexity did win the pistol round of the following 2 anti-ecos, and NIP won 5 in a row, followed by Complexity bouncing back with 5 of their own. Then NIP closing it out with 2 rounds back to back. So for NIP to win this one, tying things up, they'd be looking to play it smart. Don't want to get eco, don't want to fall to the force buy of Complexities, which is taking place. You have the Scout, I do believe, in the hands of Poizon, a few Deagles, maybe an MP9 as well. Just probably talking things through. Bear in mind, they do have threat in the server, in the TeamSpeak server at least, as well as the game as well. One of the legends of Counter-Strike, one of the best minds we have in the game as well. As you see the Deagles, 4 Deags and a Scout in the hands of Poizon. He's going to be spearing down towards mid, but the smoke's going to obscure his vision. Just rattling off a couple of pot shots through the smoke, hoping to hopefully find a tag, but that's not going to happen. And IP, at least from the initial default they have going here, it does look like it's going to be a late hit towards the B bomb site.
Well, blameF trying to make his way over towards top connector, trying to play with the smoke. Molotov is taking him away, and now Rez will take him down as well. Config up on the boost on short. Look at his opportunity on towards Rez, nearly getting the kill, but having to come off the angle. Now Twist running through. Mac 10 diving through the window, successfully picking up Config, and the second kill as well. Obo bites the dust, in the round it's certainly going in favor of NIP. 9-8, they'll take the lead.
I'm really enjoying this NIP. I'm not just talking about this game, but just the way they've been playing in the Road to Rio qualifier so far. They've looked phenomenal so far. If you look at some of the wins they've had, yeah, they did lose 1-2 to Astralis earlier on, if I'm not mistaken. But apart from that, they've been having some very convincing wins. They played 4. They've They've lost just one, the aforementioned Astralis game. But apart from that, some of the wins they've had, they've beaten. Take a look here. They've beaten ENCE 2-1, kind of close matchup. They beat the original NIP, Dignitas 2-0, and then of course a 2-1 win over Zywoo's team, this Vitality, who are currently just destroying Fnatic. It seems like on map 1. So the team has looked very, very solid. The map pool looks good. I like the protocols. I like their approaching things. And of course, it's kind of like, you know, finally we might be seeing another new Swedish lineup, you know, kind of rearing its head and carrying the flag of a very, very legendary lineup who have now, you know, they're still there. They still have the chops. Dignitas, you can't really count them out. Legends like Forrest and Get Right, they still have something going for them. But it's nice to see a fresh team coming out, apart from Fnatic, you know, and trying to kind of impress everyone and show that Swedish CS is still very much alive and kicking.
Push now towards middle to Rez, looking for the kills. Gonna tap Poizon down to 16 HP. Rush. This is what I was talking about in the first half. He just loves to get aggressive into his ramp. You'll see this so often. And if NIP have watched any of the demos or watched any of the VODs back from Complexity's Mirage, they're gonna be aware about this tendency. So they're gonna have to try and figure out how to deal with it. And well, nope, they're not gonna catch it off this time. Rush with a double kill, pushing through the ramp. And that is absolutely horrible so far for NIP. They're going to be spamming, just completely paranoid about that ramp position. Rez jumping over, desperately trying to spot the head Rush. But he's got away with his life still, Rush. They don't know he's in there.
This is worrying for NIP. They survived that first force buy, which had Deagles and Kevlar, and now just at 3 men. Still very recoverable. Look at the setup here. 4 CTs. They won't be walking in, going for this contact play. Molotov, that's going to be problematic. blameF going to be pushed on out, and it's going to be Poizon again with the scout, making it work. But Rez replies back. He knows where Rush is as well, and Poizon, there's no stopping this man. He's just popping off. That saved scout coming in real handy now, as Rez trying to bait out Rush, trying to force him out from his position. And they also have a very long flank taking place in the form of Obo with the Deagle all the way from T-spawn.
Rez is just stuck in a triangle of death at the minute. He's going to be looking back up towards Palace. Poizon further in front of him in spawn. Red's going to go forward, take that kill. Now he can look back towards the site. But Obo's got out in default, and there it is. The sneaky play from Obo, giving Complexity a 9th round. That's all off the back of Rush's aggression there. Getting 2 kills in towards the ramp with the Deagle. NIP just pretty much crippled. They were about to execute in towards the A-bomb site, but they get caught off at the right time, and Complexity walk away with a round they definitely shouldn't have won.
Absolutely, and that's why when you do realize that you've lost your force buy round, you know, you want to save those guns. That scout coming in real handy. Poizon. What he can do with that. And again, like you mentioned, Rush just loves living up to his name. He just lives up to his name, doesn't he? Especially towards the A ramp. But now with him getting taken down, that's going to be the call for NIP to just push in. Config has a lot of work to do. And then Khalil goes with a long spray. Unfortunately, he won't find the kill as Nawwk replies back. But blameF with a quick double kill brings it back for his team. And now it's all on Nawwk as Poizon strikes once more.
Well, Nawwk is going to dive over to the site and collect the bomb. He's going to try and get this digit punched in now in front of Triple. Taps and pulls over to the left side. And now the utility is going to be thrown on towards the bomb site. Nawwk over the plant. There's the stick. There's the headshot. And well, it's going to be the round from Complexity. But for a second there, you always wonder if Nawwk's going to pull off something incredible. But only the one headshot. There was too many players looking at him from the same position. And Complexity reached double figures.
That's very good stuff coming out here. And blameF. That double spray down. Massive play. I guess the 1v1 loss has been forgiven now completely. That was a very, very crucial double kill because it looked like for a moment there NIP were going to be overrunning that A-bomb site. But now they are going to be on the eco. Glocks around. Deagle and the P250 in the mix. No utility. So it should be a very, very easy round for Complexity. Config has definitely been on tear so far on this map. Here comes okay, I say that. Misses a couple of easy ones, but that's okay. Spawn was a full eco. As he does manage to recover in time. Config, double kill. Oof, that's a nice one. Just spot the dome of his head, and he's gonna get all 3 as poizon joins the party as well. The dual up setup coming into play here for Complexity. Trying to give NIP a taste of their own medicine. 9-11 the scoreline, still trailing by a couple. And NIP, the full buy, is going to be coming in again. AK-47s all around. For Complexity, just losing the one player the previous round is going to be real handy indeed. They're going to start to slowly try and build up the economy, which is still looking a little fragile at the moment.
Mid-tick looking to come through from NIP. Top mid smoke, window smoke in as well. poizon's waiting on the edge of the gap for the crossing players, and that's going to be Electro, who falls victim to it first. But Rez is ready through the smoke, gets the trade, and it's going to be poizon. Just kind of sticking around there a little bit too long, see what he could find after the initial kill that costs him his life. And that's sometimes, you know, obviously you can understand the decision of why he did that. He didn't spot Rez crossover, but that's sometimes the sort of stuff that poizon can get caught out with, is just always staying in that same position, always going for that second shot. Sometimes he could afford just to fall back after initial pick and just be happy with his good work early.
I think that's one of the differences you're going to see between a newer player and someone with a little bit more of experience, you know. And for example, if you look at Cirque would have probably done that same play a year and a half prior. But if you look at Cirque AWPing right now, he's not going to go for the repick most likely. He's going to get the first kill, fall on back to a safer position, reposition himself. And I think that's something that comes with time, right? There's still a lot of very young players on this Complexity side as blameF finds Twist. Bomb does get planted, but it's a lot of pressure on nawwk here because Rez is on 26 HP.
Well, they're playing together. Rez in towards Sandwich. nawwk is playing up on top of Tetris, so they're not carrying away. They know they need to be proactive in this fight, and it's going to be Obo who falls with Rez just swinging up. nawwk's with a headshot on towards Config, and it's all on blameF. 22 HP, stuck with AWP, back in CT spot. A nice shot on towards nawwk, but running away, fleeing the scene. The round is lost, and he'll just try and save this AWP into the next one. Rez is cutting off his rotation, so blameF realizes he cannot run back over towards Market. Fall back far away into towards CT spawn, and he'll survive on 5 HP. So NIP back with the round win. They answer through, and that's a really well played 2v3 there from the NIP side.
I love how Rez was the one going for the aggressive stance, going for the aggressive peaks, because he was the one who was on 23 HP. You realize, you know, he's kind of disposable. Might as well try and give nawwk a chance, because he was the one who had the health to play that clutch. But great work in tandem, and with that, NIP get a double digits as well. Although they'll have to do a couple of deagles. Buy not ideal for both teams. You can see clearly 3 acres, 2 Khalils for NIP, and for Complexity it's a pretty motley buy. The dual ops still in play, but a FAMAS, an M4, and an MP9 as well in the mix.
Well, Complexity going for a little walk through Palace right now. I'm going to see quite... No, actually, not going to see anything. And that's a lot of info off the back of that. So, sometimes nothing is something. nawwk is all the way back. Just holding on for the Palace aggression, though. If they do go a little too far. The Complexity, they're happy enough putting that one player up there. Just leaving him inside that position. And then Rush going back over towards ramp. And, well, there is nawwk just waiting on the other end of it. The bomb is back in spawn as well. And it looks like an A-split certainly coming through here from NIP.
Flashbang for Rush, just to peek it, and the timing is perfect, but somehow not manages to get the kill onto Rush. It's going to be down to poizon to make something work here. He's to his ticket booth. He's all alone. As Config just jumps straight into Electro's crosshair and still wins it, and poizon trying to be a Superman. It just finds one. The trade does come in, but this flank could be it. blameF from behind. They're completely unaware to try to get the bomb done. They do. And blameF, though, like a snake in the grass, sneaking up. They're unaware. blameF finds the kill, and Plopski, the last man to fall, but he will fall. As NIP not able to get more done. Complexity, they strike back and they get to 12 rounds here in the map pick.
This game is definitely hard to call, but Complexity seems to just be edging it out each and every time, you know, winning the important rounds, keeping themselves ahead, keeping themselves afloat. And well, NIP, when you take a look at this economy, it's not looking so great. So a couple of Deagles I would expect to come in, a little bit of utility, some sort of idea brought into the fray, but Complexity should be hitting 13 in this round.
IP. Once more. 4-3 echoing days. Tech 9, Deagle. I do like how the pistols are in the game right now, though. There's no, like, one... You know, it's no longer the Tech 9 era, it's not a CZ era, and there's so many options available, right? Like, you see the Cs that's being picked up here and there, most in the CT side, obviously. Tech 9 is an option, which is being exercised by a lot of players as well. But it's not like it's the only gun. You still have the 5.7 being applied, you have the Deagles being purchased. It's a lot of options available, and each of them are situational and very personal as well. And I like that. I like the fact that it's not like just one pistol that you have to buy in the eco round. So personally, I feel the game in a very, very good place at the moment. Although I would love it if they brought Tuscan back. That'd make me happy, Tinko. But right now, what would make NIP happy if they can make this B rush work out? They do have the flashbangs and a few smokes. Config an oboe to hold on.
Well, looking to hold on his oboe, sprinting from the corner. He's going to find a chance onto multiple players, but he only manages the one kill. It's actually Config that does most of the work back from short. He has another opportunity here on his left, but he's been overrun. Config doing so much from that position.
Oh!
Electro, though, out of nowhere, a shot in the Deagle. This is a 2v4. AWP in his hands. He'll be in the middle of the site. He'd still collect the bomb, and while there's a player up inside of the apartments, Electro coming back, collecting the bomb, didn't spot blameF. And is so intelligently hiding behind the wall. Now they play together, there's the peak. blameF denies the bomb plant. Electro falling. 13-10, Complexity. Should have picked that one up a little easier, but what a job done by Config.
Config's just being a beast his entire game, and how much he's sitting on right now? 28 kills! 2 kills shy of dropping a 30 bomb. That's pretty nuts, man. Especially against NIP, who have looked so stellar so far. Valiant effort from Blackro. That Deagle shot was just pure filth.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff Blackro can pull off. Nutty player. Yeah, sadly he has only got 8 kills at the moment, but at least they're kills to remember.
And actually, Lecro's been having a comparatively very, very, very quiet game. It's just on 8 frags. Don't want to necessarily point him out, because Rush is having a quiet game as well. He's sitting in 8 as well. But yeah, nice to see a little bit of balk from Lecro. We all know what this guy can do. But right now, the Complexity, 3 rounds away and a 3-round lead. As you do enter what you call the end game of the first map here. Pick of the North American org. As Knock finds Poizon towards Palace. I think Poizon was trying to be a little too overeager. Actually was holding the angle, but it seems like he pushed out a little too further. But as that happens, Rush pushes in. Ooh, looking the wrong way though, and I don't think Twist is aware, is he? He is wary of the fact that Rush might have pushed in, but he hasn't spotted him out yet. Now Rush, no, there is one player towards Palace. Slowly sneaking up. Back turned to danger, and Twist spots him out, and Rush needs to win this duel. He will find it. He still knows there's a player towards Palace, and he's going to be pushing in further. Hasn't spotted the bomb out yet, going to be smoking himself off, and he's stuck like a rat in a cage, but he's going to come out fighting, but Knock finds the kill, double kill for him. But at least the information has been conveyed that the bomb is towards T-spawn. There is a player towards Palace, and now Config's going to re-aggress.
Oh, he's going to be caught though, using the pillars. Knock will take him down. Config gone. And that might just be the hopes of winning this round completely falling through their fingers here. Complexity. Their money's not in a great position. They're going to have to try and save what they can. But blameF getting that kill on the Plopski, that reopens the fires. Again, they have a chance to win the round. They're going to go back in towards CT spawn with each other and try and re-enter the site. They're with the bomb only getting planted now. This is still a lot of time to play with for Complexity to get back into the site. Obo's going to be the front man leading the charge on the AUG. Trying to bait out peak somewhat from the T side, but I think Complexity start to realize winning this round is going to be very difficult with NIP not offering themselves up. They have solid post plant positions. It's always going to be difficult to get back in there. And yeah, just considering the money, I think they just have to go for the save call. And Rush could have done everything. I think Rush actually could have won that round just on his own. If he takes down that Palace player, that's huge, because now he can just focus on the bomb. He separated them off. just a little bit unfortunate. Rush was just so preoccupied by so many different angles. It's very hard to just concentrate on the one.
I like what he did there, but he was all by his lonesome, and yeah, it was kind of like do or die. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work out for me. Let's get the one kill. And for the last two players surviving, that was a smart call. The money is looking very, very grim at the moment. And they will go for the eco. Just a couple of great guns, the AK and the AUG from the previous one. And Electro, spots a player just jumping on across. It's gonna be Poizon, Electro. Getting a few easy ones, that's alright. But the two rifles now towards mid. They're going to be pushing all out, all 5 players together. Electro's going to find one. Oboe, though. Oboe and Poizon teaming up together to find a couple. Poizon getting a little too overeager as Electro, like a turret, holding the line with an AWP. Meanwhile, not pushing up towards A slope. He's aware he can't really find anyone. And he's in a very good position as well. He could potentially catch Oboe if he's not careful.
Well, execute. Look out through the smoke down for jungle. That's going to cover off and sever the information flow of Oboe. Molotov going in towards his position as well. Nawwk has walked past and into the corner just facing jungle. And on the other end of this is Oboe. Hearing that smoke, I think Oboe has an indication that there could be a player closer around the corner. He's going to move through. Shot comes through, but he's caught by Electro. I think that was a death sentence as soon as Oboe makes that one shot. Draws complete attention to himself. And everybody will take him down. All eyes turn. Electro with a 3k into this round. Complexity looking down the barrel of a difficult round again. blameF can't even get in towards the window, so he's gone. He's having to run away. And that's just a nightmare round for Complexity. NIP 13-12. Clawing their way back. Making this scoreline look pretty scary for Complexity. Because their money is definitely not good in this round. Into this next round, it'll be good enough to get by. But again, they're going to be lacking quite a bit of utility. They're not going to be able to get the AWP through consistently if this continues. And like you said, a few days prior, every time we see the CT side back and forth continue, the CT side's economy never favored. Never.
And even though Complexity, like you said, they have the lead, it could slowly get whittled away. It's going to be 13-12. The buy should be coming in now. Yeah, it is indeed. We have blameF saved with the AK. He's going to probably drop that towards config. Already going to go for a double eco. Ooh. I actually like this. I actually like the fact they're not going for the force buy. It wouldn't really be a force buy. It'd still be a pretty decent buy with rifles and whatnot. Maybe have to make do with a couple of SMGs. Instead, they're going to go for the very safe route, and I respect that. They're going to allow NIP to tie things up. Well, potentially tie things up, because you really can't count out Complexity with the Deagles and that one AK in the hands of blameF. But 13-all, they're okay giving that up to NIP, and then they will have the guns to work with. By that time, Poizon will have enough money to buy his gun of choice, that is the AWP, while the rest of them with rifles all around. So I will definitely... I appreciate this. I appreciate the fact that Complexity are being very calm and composed about how to approach this. Looking at some of the CS games we've caused it so far, Dinko, the team would probably have full spot by this point.
Oh, definitely. I think the mentality for European CS is a little different in the EU region. You don't really see as many force buy wins come through because you just generally don't see as many force buys. They're a little bit more conservative in their approach to the rounds, try and play fundamentally. But like you said, this Deagle, loads of Deagles in play, and that's going to be Poizon getting himself an early pickup on towards Twist. Luckily, Plopski was there to tread back, but that still caused a little bit of chaos so far in the round. But Lekron going to get the kill on towards Config at the bottom of Connector, and now they will take mid control. Rez is already front up, looking in towards the Connector himself. Looking back, and blameF's about to be spotted. His back turned. There's the kill from Rez.
And that's a danger man taken out. That's the player with the AK-47. Sold rifle on that side. Nawwk strikes, and Oboe's left alone. Now, they are unaware of where Oboe might be. And they're taking a sweet time. I like the respect NIP are giving Complexity. They're taking a sweet time, grouping up together. They're hurrying towards A, though. Oh, unfortunate time for Oboe. The moment it peers out, there are two Wakers looking his direction. So 13-all, scores will be tied. But Complexity now with the buy. And they've been looking desperately to close this one out. Dinko, this is their map pick. They want to end this. They want to close it out, so it's going to go to Vertigo, which it's going to heavily favor NIP. They've looked quite indomitable so far on the road to Rio, and for Complexity, they're looking for the second win, the 7th in Group A in the standings, right at the bottom. Well, not bottom last, but 7th out of 8 teams is still quite terrible for a team that has shown a lot of signs of promise. Plopski just waiting patiently for the flames to dissipate before he makes his move. They have the 2 players marching up mid as well. It is going to be an A pincer by the looks of things. Early mid control being given by the CT's. Poizon should be careful. The timing doesn't work out so many times. The timing not really working for Complexity. You got a feel for them. And Plopski's going to use that opportunity. Slowly inch towards an A bomb side. It's Rush. Not able to get the kill. Does a bit of damage, but he falls.
Well, Not and Electro finding those kills pretty much seals the deal. Complexity are going to have to concede this round as well. And NIP have just turned it up to another level in these last few rounds. It's been so potent. And while blameF is going to strike, but Twist is ready for the window swing. And now it's only young Oboe over on the B bomb site. 14-13 NIP. This has just been another level turned up to, and this is so impressive to see from them. As soon as the going gets rough, they seem to just go forward.
Those are dangerous times for NIP for Complexity. That buy was so important. They needed to win that round, and if I'm on Complexity's side, I'm feeling the pressure here. Config has been quiet for a while. It's been sitting on 28 kills for I think like 4 to 5 rounds now. Things not really going their way. We do see a light investment coming in. Scout again in the hands of Poizon. We have seen him pull off some miraculous rounds with the Scout, and team's going to be asking him to try and replicate it once more. But if NIP play the cards right, this is map point. The Complexity will have to string 2 in a row to take it to overtime. Will still happen as well.
Rez down in towards middle. Just taking his time. NIP's mid takes have been really solid throughout the last few rounds, really catching Complexity off. Now under a minute in play, NIP just playing it slow, Complexity not giving anything over just yet. Finally, there will be a little bit of a duel ensuing. It's going to be Config fighting the bench player in the form of Rez. Does land significant damage. Rez is forced away. Doesn't want to take that fight. And now a little bit of utility being used up in towards the B bomb side as NIP look to try and finish here. Oboe, he's going to be waiting for it, but he's burning. He will manage one on the Deagle, but it's traded back. But suddenly all the kills came in from Complexity. It's 2 from Poizon on the Scout, and Config from short delivers a blistering headshot. 14 on the board for Complexity, and out of nowhere they take that round.
We ask if he can deliver, and deliver he does. Poizon with the Scout. And Config as well. We said it was quiet, and then immediately 2 nasty shots, and he drops a 30 bomb in regulation. Poizon, that Scout being just incredible. Any scope weapon in his hands, a magic wand for the Magician. And just like that, Complexity are back. Of course, for NIP, they have all the money in the world to work with here, but the scores are tied 14-14, 2 remaining in regulation. blameF scoped in with the August Config. He doesn't need anything. He's just going to take the fight here. Nate going to be sailing in, and that should be it perfectly placed by blameF. Lekro is going to fall, and NIP down to 3 with 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock.
Knock just chilling back in ramp here. I think as the NIP on the T side, you've got to be a little bit wary about this ramp aggression. But this time, Rush is playing from Ticket. Just trying to jump spot. Knock is going to toss his Molotov towards the Ticket box. Poizon is there with the Scout as well. It's on to Rez, I think, here to make the big play from the connector. He needs to get this kill towards Config, and no way. Config still relocates his crosshair fast enough. Finding the kill. This is just going from bad to worse for NIP. Plopski will find a headshot on towards Config, but still the 2-man advantage in play for Complexity, and they're not giving anything up. They're making the right play. They deny the bomb plant. They push at the right time together, and it's map point for Complexity. 1 away from victory here on Mirage.
What a round! What a round! I mean, I'm still in awe of round number 28. Just with that AK, that Scout somehow managed to pull off a miraculous round, and with that, winning this, things are looking a little dicey for NIP right now. They almost had this one in the back, Dinko. And somehow, Complexity, the juggernaut, has snatched it back. It's not been an easy game so far. NIP, they can still take it to overtime. They still have the arsenal to work with here. But look at Complexity.
Yeah.
Same old hole again. blameF with the arc towards short. Poizon has been smoked off. So it's going to be heading towards the A bomb site. And they do just have the one player towards A. All the way towards ticket booth. That is Rush.
It's not over just yet. Could go to overtime. We've gone the distance already. 30 rounds in play. This is what we wanted to see coming into the series. You see the likes of Complexity's name beside NIP's, and we want to see a battle. And that's exactly what we've got. Oboe in towards apartments. Pushed up already. nawwk is on the other end of it. Now, nawwk was actually the player who was getting aggressive towards B on his CT side, so he should be ready to deal with this kind of stuff. Oboe around the corner. NIP successfully take mid, but Complexity have just left them to it. They'll let them take it, and they're going to be going for the B split. 2 through the apartments, 3 via short. And 45 seconds left. Here they go. It's Oboe with the first kill. Second as well. That might just be it. What a play from Oboe. Inside of the apartments, he'll turn his attentions back to short, but poizon, he's lying in wait. Kills have come in from NIP, but a missed shot from poizon. That's going to allow him the cross. He doesn't miss twice, though. And now it's only Lekro, 7 HP versus 3. I think it's fair to say this one is over. Config gets it.